everything to be an underground king. Underground king. I sacrifice everything to be an underground king.
What it do, kings and queens? It's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ, and I'm back with another video. As you can see, we in the lab. We got us a test panel, and we gonna spray some pearls. Now listen, I get a lot of questions about, what would you do if you had this material? What would you set your air pressure up at? How many coats? Can I spray single stage? Can I do this? Can I do that? Listen, the best way to figure out what you need to do is to do a test panel. You need to try it out first before you actually go at your project. Try it out, see if that's what you like, see if that's what you want. Hey, when I do this, I'm gonna do one coat, see if I like it as far as the pearl. I'm gonna lay down a base, then I'm gonna lay down a pearl. If I wanna see a more effect of the pearl, guess what? I'm gonna lay a second coat. If I'm not satisfied with that, I'm gonna lay a third coat and keep on going until I'm satisfied. And that is what you have to do. You might have to keep on putting on coats until you're satisfied. I won't be able to answer that for you. Only you'll be able to answer that. But I'm gonna try to help you out today so we can get some understanding. And we're gonna use the GTI Pro. There we go. The GTI Pro from ROKELTU. We're gonna see if this gun is, can stand up to the test. We're gonna see how nice it is and what it can do. So listen, let's jump right into the footage and see what we can see. Let's go. All right, kings and queens. So here we are, spraying sealer down first. Spraying the sealer at 20 PSI. Doing about a 50% overlap. I'm gonna start off by saying I don't know about this spray gun. Like, I like it, but I got the good results with the 20 PSI, as you can see. Sealing it great, no problems. Spraying like I normally do. It's putting out a lot of material, atomizing nice, but I just don't know about it, man. Gave it about a 15-20 minute flash time. Laying down the base, spraying at 22 PSI. Again with the 50% overlap. And it's spraying great. Atomizing the paint, no problem. Now, I did a second coat off camera, and let me show you the results of that after the second coat. So it's looking good. Flashing off pretty nice. Again, it's doing nice. Now I bumped that pressure up and got a run. Got a little sag in the base. I mean, I can't remember the last time I got a sag in the base, but I got a sag in the base. Bumping the air pressure up. I don't know. Tell me what you think. All right, kings and queens. So now it's time for a little razzle dazzle. That's right. We getting ready to do the pearl. We already got the base on. You see my little boo-boo, my little sag, my little run that I got in the base coat. But this is a test panel. We not fixing that. That's exactly why you do a test panel, so you can set up your gun like it needs to be. You know what pressure to have it at. You know your distance. Try all of that out to make sure you are comfortable with whatever your gun is, your gun settings, all that good stuff. And then when it comes to the material, you want to test everything out so you know exactly what you want on your project. That's what we're getting ready to do. Let's mix up. First off, I'm going to be mixing up my binder or base coat blender. So this is just a clear base coat, as if you were going to spray a color of a base coat. This just happens to be clear and it'll dry out just like base coat. This mixing ratio is 1:1 with some urethane reducer. All right, got the 1:1. I don't need much. So I'm gonna put it at the 2. Come over here, grab some of this reducer. Take it up to the next 2. Voila, there we go. Now we can mix that up. As I said, mixed up. It is clear. Now that's base coat, blender, all that good stuff. It's just clear. Nothing's been added to it. So now let's get some pearl in it. All right, so now it's time to mix up some pearl. Got some pearl here. It's a Solaris red pearl. So let's add some razzle dazzle to this thing. Now when it comes to adding your pearl, you're gonna add up as much as you want until you get it how you want it. So we're gonna add a little bit here. Again, we don't need much. Mix it up real good. I'll add a little bit more to it. Now, when it comes to your project, you can be a little bit more precise by measuring out how much pearl you're adding into it. Get you a scale and kind of measure what you're actually adding. That way, when it comes to, if you're doing a pearl or whatever, you can be consistent if you need be. It's good to mix everything up all at one time. That way you got it all mixed up. But if you don't, and you're only mixing up a little bit at a time, it'd be good to get a scale and scale it all up, measure it up. That way you'll be good to go. And we got this mixed up. Just giving you a view of the pearl in the blender / inner coat. So now we got it mixed up and we should be ready to go. All right, so now we got the pearl mixed up. Time to pour it up. I'm probably gonna do 2 coats. I wanna get a good effect of it. All right, let's jump back into the footage. get back to painting this fender. All right, so here we are spraying the Pearl. I bumped the pressure up even more to 24 psi because I got that little boo-boo, that little run in the base. So I figured, let me bump up the air a little bit more. I didn't feel like I was spraying any different, between my coats, between sealer, base, Pearl. But I didn't have any issues with the Pearl while spraying it. Again, didn't have no issues with the sealer when I sprayed it. So I don't know what I got going on or what's happening. And here's what it looked like with 2 coats of the Pearl. As you can see, it's got a nice little flop to it and got a nice little sheen to it. Almost looked like I cleared it, but that isn't a clear. So just the Pearl coat. It's looking good, got a nice flip on it. But we getting ready to see a nightmare take place in the paint booth. Again, I like the spray gun, but it definitely one of those ones that's got to be figured out and dialed in. All right, now we jumping into the clear. Bump the pressure up to 30 psi. Now you take a look at this and tell me, do you think I'm going slow? Does it look like my other passes that I did? Or does it look like I slowed down to build the clear up? Maybe as I look at it now, maybe I was going slower than previous, but I'm just trying to, lay that clear down. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to put it on too wet. Let me know what you think in the comments. And here we have the clear coat on, 2 coats, but look at that fender. Look at that wheel well. I mean, we took this thing straight to drippity drip land. I mean, what's going on here? It's just nothing but runs at 30 psi. I didn't think I was going that slow. Jump in the comments. Tell me what you think. Was I going slow? Did I pile that clear up way too much? I mean, I'm definitely going to blame it on the painter. Definitely on the operator. But I didn't think it was that serious. I mean, it's trying to run off the panel. I even seen some drips like hit the floor off of 2 coats. I just didn't think I was putting it on that heavy, but apparently I was. Again, I like the spray gun, but this is definitely one I'm going to have to dial in. This made me feel like a rookie, like I never picked up a paint gun before. And maybe I might need to quit. All right, kings and queens, tell me what you think. You see it in the background. We got the fender done. It's a test fender. Luckily, it's a test fender because I butchered this thing. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I butchered this thing. We got a nice finish, but hey, I ran the base, I ran the clear. And hey, but I kind of like it though. I like the GTI Pro Lite copycat. I'm feeling it. The simple fact that I got the runs like I did, made me feel like, all right, I could dial this thing back. I gotta respect it, and I like that. Kind of remind me of the Vivor the very first time I sprayed it. I sprayed it and I just thought, I could just spray it however I wanted to and I was going to be fine. Nope. I got to run with that too. But this one right here, oh, you got to respect this one. this thing pumps out some material. Now, my experience with a DeVilbiss is that they put out a lot of material. This thing puts out a lot of material. So this might not be a DeVilbiss product, but it's spraying like a DeVilbiss. I can say that in my experience. Now, if you ever use a DeVilbiss, you tell me, drop me something in the comments. Tell me what you think, about your DeVilbiss and your experience with the DeVilbiss. But for this GTI Pro Lite, it puts out a lot of material for me. And I just learned that by spraying this test panel. So this is why you do test panels, because you never know what you're gonna get. You get these new spray guns, these different type of spray guns. You don't know what they're gonna do. You don't want to just grab them, fill them up, and just start spraying your project, not knowing what it'll actually do. So go get you something that you can spray, test everything out, and once you test everything out and you show up comfortable and you know your settings, you got everything like you want, you practice all you could, now it's time to jump on your project and you can knock your project out, and you don't have to worry about if you're gonna get the runs like I did, because you already done tested it all out. Now you got it in your mind of what it is that you're gonna do, and you stay focused and you do that, you knock that out. And boom, there you go. So listen, I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. Thumbs up for the GTI Pro. And listen, I gotta get back to work. I think I can make a video on trying to fix them runs now. I got a reason to now. So listen, I'm gonna get back to work. You get back to work on them projects, test out them spray guns that you done picked up, whatever you got. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Enjoy your day. It's your boy, the UP King, the People's Champ. And I'll see you in the next video.